Hey guys, Swez is here. Hope everyone is well. It is in the United Kingdom just gone 10 to 8 in the evening. It's the 7th of the 7th, 2024, British summer time. I don't want to talk about Bitcoin, right? So, disclaimer, no investment advice. This is for entertainment and educational purposes only. Please read the disclaimer in your own time. Hope everyone's well. Hope everyone's having a good weekend. I've not charted out Bitcoin in absolutely ages. I've been too busy with the FTSE and the alternative investment market, and charted out a few American stocks recently. Had some good success. Did really well with Tesla. That moved like a good one. But anyway, right, let's just jump to the Bitcoin chart for anyone that's interested. So what we've got in front, guys, is BTC USD. I thought that was probably the most popular chart. We could do BTC US, the Tether one, but I thought to myself, might as well look at this. It seems that Binance is probably the preferred exchange. So let's look at Bitcoin. What we've got the daily chart. So every candle we can see is a day of trading, represents a day of trading. We've got some volume below as well, so we've got volume. The EMAs I'm using for this this analysis session are the 21, the 50, the 100, and the 200. They always seem to be the best ones, in my opinion. Right, so what's it doing? Where's it going? Are there any red flags that we need to look at? Can we reveal market structure from a technical, analytical, is that the right word, perspective? Right, so here's a trend line I drew earlier. I was just taking a quick look. I think this is the more dominant trend line to which Bitcoin's been moving. So if we look at this top trend line, this trend started in June of 2022, so a couple of years ago. And then we've recently come off all-time highs of like, what was that, $73,500 a coin. Fabulous. So price is now retracing a little bit, and then we've got the media pumping all the fear and the FUD, the fear, uncertainty, and doubt, like they always do. But you know, learn to read the charts, guys. It gives you a lot more control. It takes away emotions, and it gives you an idea where price may be heading. So we're looking at what we're trying to do. We're trying to look at market structure, and we're trying to look at where retest levels may be. Right, so currently Bitcoin is trading currently at 57,262.73 per coin, right, on the BTC USD chart, as we can see here. So that's what it's trading at. It's selling off. Price is currently testing the 200 EMA. Looking at the chart, right, if this macro trend line idea I've drawn with a touch dominant trend line, which started back in 2022, summer, June 2022. It looks like a pretty powerful idea, but as we can see, it's been running for a while. And when price hit the all-time high, should I say, in March of this year, kind of consolidated a little bit, never retested, never went to retest that immediately or recently after it at that level. And what we've got a sell-off. Looks like there may be some sort of triangle configuration. So let's just try and... This is all real-time chart drawing, guys. So it's broken out of a pennant triangle. Okay. So we might have a consolidation, a more shorter-term consolidation level. Price is currently testing, as we can see, right, this consolidation level. So we can draw that in. So we've got a short-term consolidation, which is really a consolidation. Really, is, if we're talking market states, what it really is it's a ranging market state. So typically, what you'll see in a ranging market state is we'll see the price cutting in and out of the EMAs. We've got except for the 200, of course, but price is now testing that. So we can see typically that, you know, pretty much since like March, just before price hit the all-time high, it's really kind of, if we put it off this swing low here, price is now testing the swing low of March 2024. And then in the short-term market state, we've got a ranging market state, which is really That's what consolidation really is. It's a ranging. It's a more of a tight range. So price is testing that level. Looking at the way that price is currently reacting, I personally think, looking at the, let's just get a price label. I personally think that price is going to retest the lower lows, which I think will just be under like $50,000 a coin. Looking at this, if price is moving within this trend, all right. So I think price is going to carry on testing, because look at the EMAs above. They're kind of coming down in like a pincer movement almost on top of price. We can see we've got the EMAs. We've got the 21 on top, 50 on top, 100 on top. The 200 price is currently below the 200, as we can see, and we can see from this this consolidation zone that price is currently in the shorter term. Can see that price is testing it, but below there is market structure below. There is market structure below for price. I think it's looking like that market structure is there for a reason. That price may want to retest 49,000. So the question is, let's just have a quick look. Let's just see if we can do a reverse fib level, should I say. Let's see if we can just look at let's just see what let's just draw an arc pattern, which is sometimes good to examine market structure on levels that are selling off. Let's just try and see where we're at here. One sec, guys. Let's have a look. So yeah, we've got this arc structure at the minute. I mean, there's also potential for cup and handle. There's also potential for there's a potential for a head and shoulders reversal on the weekly as well. I was checking out the weekly. So yeah, if we look at this, guys, we can just see that we've got this lower level, like $40,000 a coin, right? From this swing move, that this is where price jumped up back in January of this year, right? So what's that? Sorry, I do apologize. Yeah, $40,000 a coin. So let's look at worst case scenarios for BTC, right? So if we're in this bullish channel, which I think we are, but obviously price can do whatever it wants. This is just my analysis. We've got this market structure, right? So price in the short term, right, from like March of this year, there's level of support that price is currently testing, right? It's already on the intraday on the 5th, which is Friday, and we're talking daily chart. Price broke below, but then closed back in. So price tested intraday like $53,800 a coin, tested it, came back in, closed back in within this consolidation zone, but looming below us, we've got a retest level of just under $50,000 a coin. I think it'll break down. I mean, the market structure's there for a reason. I think it'll break down and test that level. So if it does break down and test that level, the $1 million question then is BTC want to test any lower levels? I mean, it might do. I mean, but it all depends, obviously, on how strong this level of support is. Let's just, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to remove that price tag there, yeah. Just remove this inverted arc. Just remove that. And let's just jump to the weekly, right? Let's just jump to the weekly. And let's just do a micro adjustment on the weekly. So what we're looking at here, guys, obviously is the weekly chart. Every candle represents a full week, 7 days of trading. And they are very powerful charts to look at, very powerful. I use them all the time with FTSE and NASDAQ stocks because the weekly really does it gives a macro overview of price action. The problem is, right, in my experience and in my opinion, what the market makers try and do, and people who are sowing seeds of misinformation and BS out there, what they'll try and do is they'll make you obsess over smaller time frames, like the hourly or the 4 hour. The 4 hours fantastic time frame, but sometimes they'll try and look at like micro action, short term action, because you got more volatility when you zoom in, or apparent volatility. So what we do, right, what I do as a technical analyst, I've developed my own system of TA, pretty decent track record, even with cryptos, to be fair. I mean, I've got a cryptocurrency room, a couple of crypto rooms within my own private Discord, Swayze's Charts. So we slow the action down, right? So the weekly will slow the action down. But look, so what we've got, there's obviously not a lot. There's not a lot of time left on this particular weekly candle because we're coming to the end of the week. Being a Sunday, we've got 4 hours, 58 minutes, 23 seconds left on this current candle. Right. So if this is the level, right, and if this is support, which it is, it's currently at support. If support fails on this weekly candle, I would suspect strongly, looking at the divergence of the EMAs, we've got a broadening formation pattern forming. Looking at that, I'm going to draw it on the weekly, which is a bearish divergent pattern. And what happens is, right, broadening formation patterns, if you look up, for example, on like Stockpedia, they'll give a description of what it's all about. A broadening formation pattern is when you've got a disparity. Basically, buyers and sellers cannot agree on a price of the equity, of the stock, of the bond, of the crypto, of the asset, right? They can't agree on a price. Now, it's no coincidence that the bottom of the broadening formation pattern also kind of runs parallel with the bottom of the macro support idea, which again gives us under $50,000 a coin. This is why I think BTC is going to test. Now, there's a couple of red flags which, in my opinion, are also forming some more bearish patterns on the charts. Excuse me. And I'm going to draw them in because this is a bit of a live session as well. I'll get this uploaded. If anyone's interested in this, or they find some sort of utility or use or entertainment factor, just give us a retweet or a re-X or a share or a like. I really, really would appreciate that. It just helps to keep the channel relevant and reaching out to new people, right? So look, you see this? This is a potential left shoulder of a head and shoulders reversal. And let me just show how I draw it. So this would be the head. The head is the all-time high. The particular, there's another particular shoulder which could already be activated, but let's just ignore that for the time being because I'll tell you why I'm using this one, right, as a potential. So if this is the potential of the left shoulder of the head and shoulders reversal, this was created by the market March 2022, right, as we can see. All right, March 2022, left shoulder. So what I do as a technical analyst with my system is what I'll do is I'll draw a trend line down to the body of the close of the top of the head and shoulders, the left shoulder idea. And bearing in mind, it's an idea. This is not materialized yet, but we see these things moving and forming in real time. So we have to be aware. So what we do is we draw it to the close of this candle here, and it gives us a level which is $47,091.58, right? So we can see that there. So this is the idea. This is the hypothesis. This is the idea. Right. So if price comes down, right, on this weekly chart, okay, which is a fabulous chart to understand macro levels, and starts retesting 48,000, 49,000, but price rejects the support level of this lower trend line. If price on the weekly closes below 47,091.58, right, what will happen, unfortunately, guys, is this head and shoulders reversal could be activated. So the idea of the right shoulder would be in virtual space. Let's just draw it here. The idea of the right shoulder would be here. Right, so the idea of the right shoulder would be here. So if price comes down, test this lower level, close below 47,091.58, then we've got some other issues because then price could be testing lower support. But look at where the 200 EMA is tracking. 200 EMA is currently tracking at about $36,700 a coin. Okay, major level of support then is running underneath this swing low area here. We've got lower market structure. But let me show you something else. Remember the inverted arc that I drew earlier on? Look at this. They're like inverted Fibonacci retracement levels. It's a retracement level. And the arc kind of like these arcs that I draw visualize visualize where it might want to go on the inverted arc and visualize lower structure. So here's the issue I've got, right, bearishly, right? Number one, we've got price testing this key level, which I've highlighted on the daily chart and the weekly chart. Prices with the BTC is currently testing 57,000 or thereabouts a coin, right? We've got that. We've got 4 hours and 53 minutes and 26 seconds left on this particular candle. If price closes below, like today or tomorrow, and price fails at that level of support, I honestly believe we're going to be testing $49,000 a coin, $48,000 a coin, this lower support level. If price fails at that, there's a head and shoulders, there's the potential of a head and shoulders reversal with the left shoulder here, the head here off the all-time high, and the potential of the right shoulder forming in virtual space on this chart. If price closes below and fails at that level of support and then closes below at 47,091.58 cents a coin, then we've got a reversal, a head and shoulders reversal pattern which is activated. And then we've got further lower market structure, which is kind of working with the idea of where currently the EMA, the 200 EMA is, and where support is. Support starts. There's other levels of support, obviously, as we move down. But this worst case scenario, well, not worst case scenario, maybe in the short term. Well, I'll tell you, moving forward, I mean, you know, price could move to $28,000 a coin. There's a level there on this inverted arc, which is not inverted, it's actually an arc, but you know, it's a fib retracement level, right? Which is, you know, drawn in. They're a lot easier to understand when you actually draw them in rather than using the level indicators and stuff like that. So we've got broadening formation pattern. We've got a potential of a head and shoulders reversal pattern forming in real time. We've got a divergence, a splitting of the key EMAs, and yeah, I mean it's looking like you know, there's various bearish patterns forming currently with BTC. Let's just jump back to the daily. But, you know, there's levels to be tested. I could be completely wrong. Price may hold here and go to the moon. Who knows what price may want to do? The good news is on the daily price is currently testing the 200. So the reason why bearish patterns are really good as well, to look at the potentiality of bearish patterns, is because if the market and if price rejects these bearish patterns, then we can use them as bullish confirmation. I'm talking about a bearish scenario, market structure being available and retest levels at the minute. But let's see what happens moving forward in the next few days, in the next week or so. It's going to be interesting. I'll get this video uploaded. I'll get it uploaded today. It's like, even though it's quite late, I'll get it uploaded because obviously America's running behind. And I'll tag it to a few accounts and hopefully it'll get a few views and stuff like that. Because I think it's, you know, I think the way that we utilize with Swayze's charts system of technical analysis, I've got pretty good track record in exposing market structure on slower time frames as well, macro. Like, for example, when I drew the Tesla chart idea last Friday, not Friday just gone, the Friday before, which was the 28th. When I initially drew that idea, and it's went on to be a mega winner in less than a week, even with 4th of July celebrations. Let's just jump to the chart. What I did was I did a similar sort of chart idea. So this was my Tesla call, right? 28th of June. And what I did with the Tesla chart is I drew a super macro chart idea, which I did with BTC just then, and then broke it down into the smaller structures. And then price has gone on. Let's just have a quick look. I mean, I'll show you on the chart. It's fantastic winner with Tesla. Price went on to move exactly how I predicted it. Good luck to anyone who's still in the move. I called Tesla at 199 bucks a share, or $199 a share on the 28th. Price went on to test 252. 252, closed at 251. by utilizing market structure, bullish continuation patterns, visualizing the macro, and then working my way down into smaller virtual structures. For example, this virtual structure, which I believe is the macro ascending bullish channel. We've got a fib level that's been retested. We've got a short-term pennant triangle that price broke out of. And looking at this virtual structure with Tesla, I think it'll want to retest its all-time high, $414 a share, right? So at the top of the virtual structure, we've got 411 moving forward in the not too distant future. But I digress, guys. I digress. Let's just jump back to the BTC chart, yeah. Jump back to the BTC chart. What I'll do is I'll put a link to my charts in the description box of the YouTube video. I'll embed it on X. Please give me a retweet or a share or a like or a follow. I'd really, really appreciate that. And hope everyone's had a great weekend. And I'm sorry if I'm offering some potential bearish news on Bitcoin. I really am. Hopefully it's going to hold the line, find support and move up, and I'm proven completely wrong. But I'm not currently a holder of BTC. I've got no fight in the game. I'm not shorting it. I've got no moves on Bitcoin at the minute. I'm not holding any. I'm just giving my subjective view based on my system of technical analysis. But you know, at the end of the day, the proof is in the eating, and let's see how it moves in the weeks, in the days and the weeks ahead. I'll see you all soon, guys, and thank you very much for taking the time to listen to me chatting to you about Bitcoin and a little bit of Tesla. Cheers.